Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Mercedes Michelle. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. I consider myself a lifestyle content creator, just sharing my everyday life through daily vlogs from motherhood, home decor, real life ish. So if any of those things interest you, make sure you stick around, watch a few more videos, and subscribe if you like. And to all of my returning subscribers, hey y'all, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be talking about my experience with deleting my social media. So it's still pretty fresh. I've been off of Facebook for 4 months and I just recently deleted my Instagram after my birthday. Now, I've always had a love-hate relationship with social media. I've been on social media since sophomore year of high school. I'm talking MySpace days. I'm talking Bebo, I think it was. I've had my fair share of social media pages. I've deleted, created new ones. I've deactivated, I've reactivated. So the first social media I ever deleted was Twitter. I was on Twitter very heavily in college. That was my go-to. I used Twitter every day, all day, and I was addicted. So I let go of my Twitter a long time ago. I've been off Twitter now recently for a year, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I felt that as a YouTuber I needed to have all the social medias. I needed to have Instagram, Twitter, everything, so that my subscribers could connect with me at all times. I was not on Twitter like that, but I did make a few posts, and my last post was June of 2022. So I'm going to count that as me being back on Twitter. But before that, I had been off Twitter for 5 years, and I made a new one back in 2022 or 2021. I'm not sure. But I haven't been on that since 2022. So that was the first social media I let go of. And then I finally let go of Facebook. I was on Facebook nonstop, every day, all day, trying to see what was going on, what was new, what was happening, what people were saying, what was going on in my old town, what was going on with the people that I used to know. And I'm pretty sure it was vice versa for me. They wanted to keep up with me, see what was going on with me, because I posted so much of my life on Facebook. They literally got everything that any other social media outlet didn't get. Because I did have family on there, I did have friends on there from previous parts of my life, so I felt the need to keep Facebook updated on me at all times, mainly because of family. But then I got older and I just started to realize, like, family isn't family. Family is what you make it, and you don't have to keep them updated if they're not willing to contact you and stay updated with you. You don't have to go out your way to post pictures of your child developing and growing. You don't have to go out your way to post your accomplishments because they're not there in the present. And it just got to a point where I was done with it. I was done with Facebook. And I am someone who was super opinionated on Facebook. I would always express my opinion about something. I would share an article if it was about single moms, or it could be about anything, and I would always express my opinion. And I did not have the same opinion as everyone else, but it got to a point where I didn't even care to express my opinion. Like, who are you? You don't need to know my opinion, and I don't want to tell you my opinion. My opinion is my opinion. So basically, I used to debate a lot on Facebook, and I would get blocked by people. People would talk and call me out my name because of my opinion. And at first, it was all fun and games. I found it hilarious, but then I just got to a point where, like, I don't want to stress you out. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to make you feel any type of way, especially if it's a negative way. Even if it is my opinion, I don't live my life to see you upset and mad or uneasy about an opinion on social media. So I finally just gave it up, y'all. I had to do away with it. It wasn't good for me. it was becoming an addiction just to get on there and scroll and see what was going on. Even if nothing had changed, I would just be on there scrolling. It was like a habit. And I'm ashamed to admit, but I'm just being honest. So Facebook had to go. That was the first one that I really had an issue with. And instead of deactivating it, I said, nope, I want to delete it, because I had a habit of deactivating and getting back on it within a week or a couple of days. And this time I knew it was my breaking point, and I knew I was done with it. And I got on there and I deleted it. Of course, they're like, oh, you can come back within 60 days, but after 60 days, it'll be gone. Well, it's been 4 months, and all of the pictures, all of the videos that were on my Facebook are gone. I did try to save some of the pictures and stuff from my social media, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure I lost a good amount of photos and videos, but that's okay. I did not want to have an excuse to continue to hold on to it, so I just had to let it go. And that's why it's important to get your pictures and stuff developed, so you can have those memories forever and you won't rely on social media to keep those memories for you, or even iCloud, because I'm tired of spending money with Apple, okay? So that leads me into my next social media, which is Instagram. Instagram for me was more so about comparison, and I'm not one to compare myself to a lot of people at all, but I feel like Instagram is so toxic. I grew my Instagram to over 5,000 subscribers, and I rarely interacted with 100 of them. 100 of them rarely interacted with me. Ever since Instagram changed their algorithm, all I see is celebrities, tea pages, and that is probably because of my own algorithm. I don't know, but I don't really search for them. Maybe I may like a post that pops up on my feed, so they put more of those posts on my feed, but I don't follow them and I don't go looking for them. So I'm assuming that they may have put them on my feed at one point. I may have liked the picture and then they just started putting them everywhere. But I try to keep Instagram to grow my YouTube. I thought that if I grew my Instagram, I could take those followers and bring them over to my YouTube and they would subscribe and, you know, watch me on YouTube. But that wasn't the case. I started doing a lot of reels on Instagram, in which I was getting paid for, and I was making pretty much, if not more, on Instagram than I was making on YouTube. So that prolonged me keeping that particular platform, because I'm like, oh, I can make money easier without having to edit hour-long videos, and I can just edit a 30-second video on Instagram and make the same amount on YouTube. Why not? But it didn't negate from the toxic environment, seeing all the celebrities, seeing all the designers, seeing all this traveling and seeing all this luxurious life. And I'm not a hater. I like to see stuff like that, but in moderation. And I want to be in control of what I see. I am all about moderation. I can take in as much as I want to take in, but it's on my time. It's on my watch. It's not on anybody else's. And I feel like Instagram was like, nope, I'm going to put it in your face and you don't have a choice. To be honest, the reason why I've let all these social medias go is because they were a distraction for me in real life. I spent too much time daydreaming, too much time thinking about what my life could be like, too much time looking at other people's lives and comparing my life to their lives, seeing what they're doing to see if I can do it. And I was really losing my own identity. Like, take social media out of it. Who are you? Who are you in real life? What are your goals? What do you want to do with your life? How do you want to dress? Not how people are dressing on social media. How do you want to dress? How do you want to wear your hair? Not how people are wearing their hair on social media. Not how people are getting their nails done on social media. What do you like? If social media didn't exist, what would your life be like? You know, and I'm someone who would utilize my phone to be a distraction, so I wouldn't have to interact with people in public. If I knew somebody was trying to come talk to me, I would hurry up and scroll on my phone so I could kind of ignore them, which is very rude, but it was just a defense mechanism for me because I do have like social anxiety. I don't really like to talk to people. I consider myself a little shy, but the older I get, the more I realize those are just excuses, and you got to grow up and grow out of it. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. But if you keep running away from it, how do you expect to grow and, you know, get better at something if you're just using things as distractions? So I would literally pull out my phone to scroll on Instagram and hope that no one would talk to me. Keep me from feeling or looking awkward, I would get on my phone and just scroll. And it was bad. I never want to be addicted to anything, and that includes social media, food, drinks. I don't care what it is. I don't want to be addicted to anything in this life. I want to be able to easily let things go. And for the longest, social media was hard for me to let go, and that's how I knew it was becoming an addiction if it wasn't already. So social media definitely gave me somewhat of a louder voice. As an introvert, I felt like it was easier for me to be outspoken on social media because I'm not actually talking to anyone. I'm just making statuses or stating my opinions in words, in which I always felt that I've always been better with writing my words than actually saying them. But instead of that helping me in real life, it just continued the same pattern of me being shy, soft-spoken, quiet in person, and not really growing. And I always say, oh, I want to be outspoken. Oh, I want to speak up more. Oh, I want to talk more. Oh, I want to meet new people. But I felt like social media was a crutch for me because you could meet people on there, but that doesn't mean you have to meet them in real life. You could just, you know, be social media friends and you don't have to meet in real life. So it was very much hindering me from being social in the outside world. So that was another reason why I kind of started to look at it as a crutch and not something that was really benefiting me in real life. And another reason is because I didn't have to check in with my friends as much, and this is going to sound terrible, but I felt like I knew what was going on with their life because I watched their story, or I seen a picture that they uploaded, or I wrote on a status that they made. It made me feel like that I was connecting with my friends still, but in real life I wasn't. I wasn't calling them as much. I wasn't texting them. I wasn't answering their calls. I wasn't responding to them because I had just talked to them on social media, which in reality is not the same as real life. And sometimes we can get those lines blurred, and it felt like, oh, because I've seen them on social media, I know what's going on with their life, or because I seen them post a status, I know that they're okay, instead of just picking up the phone and calling and say, hey, you know, how you been? How are you? What you doing? I got that fix from them just posting on social media, and vice versa. I post on social media, they see that I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, I'm making a status, so obviously I'm good. So we didn't have to have that interaction because we just assumed from our social medias that we were good. And that sounds so bad when you say it out loud. And I really had to check myself on this. And now without social media, I know that I have to check in more. I have to reach out more because I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know what they're doing because I don't have access to them anymore. What really set it off for me was I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to figure out my purpose. I'm trying to ensure that I'm walking in my purpose, and I don't need any distractions. I don't need social media to distract me. As much as I wanted social media to be something that I could grow and reach people from all walks of life around the world, I felt like I wanted to help people in a way and utilize social media to do so. The way that I'm using social media right now is not the way that I want to use social media. Maybe later down the line, I'll come back and I'll have a better relationship with social media, but right now I don't. And I don't want to use it the way I've been using it because it's not beneficial. You know, when I started Instagram, I was like, okay, I can use Instagram to grow my YouTube, and that just wasn't working out. Then when I got on Facebook, I would share my YouTube videos. I would, you know, post about my YouTube. Nobody on there would really go and subscribe to my channel or watch my videos. So it was like, these platforms are not helping me with where I want to be and what direction I want to go in. YouTube is considered a social media, I guess, but I don't use YouTube as a social media. I watch informational videos. I watch videos on how to budget, how to pay off debt, financial literacy. I watch single moms on their stuff. I watch people buying houses, families getting married. I watch YouTube to fuel my drive. I don't see YouTube as a social media or a platform that I use in a negative way. If I'm on social media, I'm responding to comments, I am checking my analytics, and that is something that I do all day, every day, knowing dang well that ain't much change from the last time I checked it, but that is what I use YouTube for. I don't really see myself commenting on negative videos. I have stopped trying to participate in some of the videos that are showing up on my algorithm, like relationships, men versus women. I try to stay away from that type of content on YouTube so that it does not come up in my algorithm, because I do not want to see it. TikTok is a one that I recently started posting on TikTok to try to again grow my subscribers here on YouTube. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't want it to become a negative outlet for me where I'm just scrolling all day and not getting anything done. I feel like now that I'm not on social media as much, I have more time to read, because I had been telling myself, oh, I want to read more, I want to read more, but I would never have time to read. But I would be sitting over there reading people's statuses on Facebook or reading people captions on Instagram or watching their story, but you always come back and say you don't have time to read. You're reading, you're just not reading the material that you need to be reading. So now I have more time to read. So I plan to read at least 10 books by the end of this year. Yes, I know, very, very big goals, but I want to learn as much as I can while I have the time. I want to do as much as I can while I have the time. I don't want to waste my time sitting on social media scrolling all day. I find that I was on my phone so much. I don't get texts, I don't get calls. So literally all I'm doing is scrolling on social media all day. So just removing those distractions from my life, I know that it will set me up to get on track to where I'm trying to be, to grow my YouTube, to create more content, to have time to create more content, to have time to edit, to have time to record videos. I don't have any excuses because I'm not wasting it sitting on social media all day. So I hope this video shed some light on how social media can be toxic, but also how you can utilize it in a good way if you choose to utilize it in a good way. I'm not telling you you cannot use social media. If you are looking to grow your business, I understand, you know, I tried it, but it didn't work out for me. I wanted to grow my YouTube by utilizing these other social medias, but I just wasn't using it correctly. And maybe one day I can come back and get it together, but right now this is what's best for me. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys gained something from it, and let me know if you guys are quitting social media or you're taking a break or whatever is going on, because you're watching this video for a reason. Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.